What's up, my gems and jewels? You don't know me from anywhere, but my name is Diamond Search, and I welcome you back to Interactive Horror Stories. Let's have some fun. Alright, so we did the doll last time, and now let's read about the After Funeral. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Ooh, my son, that sucks. Well, anybody really, but my son. You receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? Nope, I guess not. After Funeral. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the carpenter's song, Close to You. Since your wife passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything. He was your angel. Now he is gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. What? You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all this. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's, what is that, 4 o'clock now?
Wrong.
You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts, an ashtray, and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. As you're sipping your coffee, doorbell rings. Sure, let's open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had barbecue with him for several times. Bob is a nice guy. He is overweight, has short black hair, and has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you have been. I'm fine. Bob believes in your lie. It is good that you are doing better, fam. Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, but I am sure you will get over it. You are a strong man. Bob continues, I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? Remember that you are out of groceries. You remember that you are out of cigarettes. No, thank you. Okay, man, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob, too. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank. But no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. I would definitely turn off the computer. You turn off the computer and the monitor screen goes black. Then nothing else appears on the screen. You don't find anything to write in your novel, so you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, also the text disturbed you. You don't experience anything supernatural during the rest of the day. At night, you take your sleeping pills and fall asleep. You're having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You are not a part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you. But you are still content with seeing him happy in this Eden. He was always a benevolent boy after all. He deserved to go to heaven. You wake up to the sound of the doorbell's ring. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Oh my gosh. Recently, 8 years old Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Woolcock states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. That's all you gotta say. This is interesting. The end. There are two possible endings. Oh, okay. So I guess, can we prevent this from happening? Okay, so let's go back and see. Okay, you're sipping your coffee, the doorbell rings. So, let's open the door again. It's Bob. Let's say I'm depressed. Bob replies, I can't imagine how hard it is. I never had kids, but I had a cat when I was younger. I loved her as my daughter. Then I had to bury her to the garden myself. It was tough. I know how much you love Jonathan. I'm shocked like you to see him gone. Yeah. I'm going to the market. Do you need anything? Yeah, give me some cigs. Ah, you need cigarettes? He puts his hand in his pocket, then pulls a pack of cigarettes. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyway, take this. I will buy myself another pack in the market. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside and thank him. Okay, man, see you later. Go back to your work table. Something's written on the screen. Daddy, I missed you. And go ahead and type Jonathan. You type Jonathan at the computer. Then new letters get appended at the text in the screen. Whoever types it, he, she, it writes fast. When they are finished, they form two sentences. I can hear you, Daddy. Talk to me. Shout Jonathan. After you shout your deceased son's name out, new letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it's me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him if the computer is online. Your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. That's terrible. How is that possible, Jonathan? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh? I am so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I am cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Yes. Find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Bye for now, Daddy. Okay. You have got only 1 candle at home. You normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you didn't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? Let's ask Bob for some candles. Hey, Bob, you got some candles? You wear your long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, Bob opens the door. Hey, what's up? I need candles. Sure, I have plenty of them. Why do you need them, may I ask? I'd rather not tell. Very well. Let me bring the candles. He goes to the kitchen. Then he returns with 4 candles in his hands. Here you go. You thank him and take the candles, then return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I am back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery. Dig my grave. Bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. You know it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to get outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like heck. A cold interpretation. What? That's funny. The sky has a bright purple color, illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There is only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive the church and its graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You dig it in about 10 minutes. You are ready to dig the grave. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down, then carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You have never done something this bizarre before. After you reach home, you get off your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there is nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin, like a star. Okay. I can't believe this guy is really doing a ritual right now. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of a star. You light them with your lighter. Now read these aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain, he is thirsty, thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. Read it. You read the lines. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you, without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy.
Bruh.
After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him into your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt, like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who is also very ugly, and he has no hair. That's so funny. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. There are 2 possible endings. So, were those the only 2 endings? I guess those were the 2 endings. I'm going to check to see if there's anything different we can do, and I'm going to read the other choices and stuff that I make. Okay, the doorbell rings. Let's not open it. The doorbell rings once again, but you don't respond. It's probably Bob, your neighbor and friend. You feel an urge to wash your face. Despite the cold day, your face somehow got sweaty. After washing your face, you look at your reflection in the mirror. You notice that your eyes got red, mostly because of crying and being sleepless. You use sleeping pills, but they don't always work. You turn back to your work table. Something's written, and then let's shout, Jonathan? Yes, it's me. Let's pull the Ethernet cable. You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no, you are wrong. I am in the computer. How is that possible, Jonathan? The Lord said we should be together. Oh, I'm so afraid, Daddy. It's cold and dark. Do you want to see me once again? No, I don't think it's right. What? Are you sure, Daddy? You're not Jonathan. What? You pile of poop. I hate you. You son of a bee. What? I hate you. What? What? Oh my gosh. Then the glass of your monitor gets broken by itself. There is a large crack on the screen that has gone black. You won't be able to use the computer anymore today. After the scary and annoying text you receive, you no longer experience anything supernatural today. You go to the market to buy a new pack of cigarettes. You need them today. You don't want to write anything. You can't do it even if you want to. You need to buy a new monitor first. It's midnight and you decide to sleep, so you take your sleeping pills. It takes 1 to 2 hours to fall asleep. You see your deceased pretty wife in your dream, except that she is not pretty anymore because she is a rotten corpse, a skeleton to be exact, lying within her coffin. You can't expect much to be left from her body after 8 years of death and decay. What makes this dream worse is the fact that she is moving. She writhes inside the coffin. You can feel her pain and despair from how her body parts are moving. Okay, so it's Bob again. Yeah, another kid is choked. The end. Wow. That was crazy. I don't even know if I can show that. Okay, this time I'm not going to open the door again. And then, Jonathan? How is that possible? Oh, no, I don't think it's right. No, I don't want to be with you, Jonathan. Find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Bye for now, Daddy.
Huh?
What? I said no, I don't. But then you still want me to... Okay, let's buy them from the market. So you wear your long beige coat and black leather boots and walk to the market to buy 4 candles. You also buy a pack of cigarettes, despite you know that your habit will be your demise. You just don't care. Then you return home. Did you bring the candles? No. No? Why? I don't believe that you are my son. I don't feel comfortable. Good Lord wants us to be together. Don't you want to bring me back to life? You're not Jonathan. Oh my gosh. I won't let you and her find peace. You are out of words in the response to this tantrum. No other messages appear. You turn off the computer. You take a high dose of sleeping pills because you will need it. You go to sleep. Okay, so we have the dream about our wife, and then, yeah, another kid choked to death. This is crazy. Okay, so let's open the door. Let's say I'm fine. Yeah, I need some cigs. Jonathan, how's that possible? Oh, yes, I do. Let's ask Bob and then tell him. I received strange messages. Says that it's John. Actually, let's ask for the candles and then tell him that it was Jonathan. You explain Bob everything that happened today, including the owner of the messages asking for 5 candles. Bob looks quite surprised. I think someone is pulling a prank on you. I don't really believe in ghosts or something like that. But if I were you, I would not do what he wants you to do. Are you still sure you want the candles? Yes, I want them. Very well, let me bring the candles. Here you go. Yes, I brought the candles. What? Oh, wow. Good Lord wants us to be together. Don't you want to bring me back to life? Turn off the computer. Okay, so yeah. I think that's the only 2. Yeah, they said it was only 2, but I just wanted to see if there was anything different. Yeah, so we got the 2 endings. Wow, these stories are crazy. Whoever wrote this. Okay, and that was another story. So, whew. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do one story a day. I think that's good. Just one story a day is all we need. So thank you guys so much for listening to me tell this story. If you have any game or story suggestions you want to see on this channel, please let me know down in the comments below. And any feedback is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace. She approaches your bed, climbs it, and comes near you. With a sudden move, she stabs the meat knife in your belly. You are terrified, but there is a grin on your face. You are no longer in control of your body. You are merely a bystander of what it does. That's so scary.